What's up, everybody? This is Aminus for Responsible Gaming, doing episode 169 of Aminus Designs. It has been an extremely busy couple of weeks. Excuse me while I gather my thoughts and get this episode out of the way so that I can move on to doing nothing. Hope your week is doing quite well. Today, we're gonna create creatures or cards that copy, hence the title. I have no other excuse for it. You'll have to apologize or forgive. Similar words. See, it's already starting. First, from my design vault is the following. So I have a clear-ish idea of what I want to do. I want to do a card that costs... What's the letters for the symbols? There is a U, there is a W, and there is a G, alright? And it says, what's his face enters the battlefield as a copy of target creature, enchantment, or land. Why, you might ask? I'll tell you why. One of the main reasons, the only reason, is that I wondered what could be a banned copy creature, and I just went with the answer to the question, what is green, what is white, and what is blue? And it might sound very simplistic, but I think it's aesthetically pleasing. And as we keep repeating, magic players and magic designers are creatures of habit and love pattern matching. So I do think it's quite fitting. Now, the reason why I think I can get away with it is pretty simple. If we move on to gather over here and we search for, do not know, let's say enters as a copy permanent, we will gonna find not this, that is not what I wanted. How come, what have I typed that, wait a second, enters as copy, no, copy permanent creature, I don't know, we'll see in the wording, see where I went wrong. You may have clearly entered the battlefield, or enters, you may have. Okay, that's interesting. So we can copy any permanent in blue for 2 and 2 blue. Now, what makes it so that our card is interesting, right? Because our card cost, well, depends. You could, okay, so you could advocate that this costs 1 less but costs 3 colors and does a little less. I think it is not a good thing to have copy target creature for 3 even though they're in 3 colors. I think that probably wouldn't be a good thing. You may have, I'm gonna fix the template over here, enter the battlefield as a copy of, oh yeah, you don't always target. Yeah, I don't know. Let's not target, I suppose. So enter the battlefield of any... land is also a problem with the... crap. Land is a problem with land combos. That being said, is it really a problem? I mean... Like, there are lands that copy lands, so... I don't know, I wonder. So any land creature or enchantment. On the battlefield. Let's look up a couple things so that we kind of try and figure out how plausible this whole enterprise is. So let's say it's a shapeshifter, because why not? Shape, shift, okay, done. So yes. Enters the battlefield as a copy. Let's see if we can find this guy's brothers and sisters, as long as I can select this gosh darn text. Feeling pretty fidgety tonight. Alter ego. Let's see about permanence. Permanent. So this one is the first, and there is no other one. Very interesting. Non-land permanent. So that's slightly weird. And is there other things that could copy lands? I am not understanding exactly why. I see how it can be good, but we have Vesuva over here. Vesuva, which arguably is extremely good and ancient and rare. That's not ancient. Well, it's somewhat ancient now. But still, is it that bad? I don't know. So, do we just take the high bar? Oh, did I do that? I did that. Did we just take the high bar and make our clone cost 4 in 3 colors and call it a day? I'm pretty tempted, because the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna come up with the reason why copying land is so bad, such a bad thing. And if it's a bad thing, is it a bad thing for 4 mana in 3 colors? I don't know. Like I said, don't know why it's so bad to begin with. I'm a little surprised that... Let's search for copy target land, perhaps not in creatures. Well, I guess it gotta be in creatures. Copy land. So we're gonna get Vesuvian stage, a Thespian stage. Oh, that's annoying. Sacrifice a land, sacrifice a land, sacrifice a land, steal a land, take a copy target creature, search for a library, reveal it and put it in your hand. No. Thespian sage copies land. Yeah. I don't know. It's clear that you can't make a copy of a land very easily at all. Is it clear that Thespian stage... I mean, I get it. This becomes the 4 mana Merit Lage, but Merit Lage already has Thespian stage, Vesuva, and Vampire Hexmage, and probably other ones. So I fail to see why this looks like it's not being done. Might just be that this is a design space that makes designers skittish, and they just haven't found a good reason to do it. But I don't know. I kind of want to see some of that out there. So I'm thinking it's might be good as it is. Enchantment is mostly for flavor, pattern matching, like I said. Land, I mean, the whole reason of the card is, but it doesn't add much at all, is what I mean. Like, when do you ever want to copy an enchantment? There's probably a couple combos still, but even then, there probably isn't, because how would there be? I don't know. Actually, you might be doing something funky with reanimator. Oh god, reanimator enchantments, like potentially if you copy a recurring nightmare and you start bouncing them and sacrificing and reanimating, but then it comes back as a recurring nightmare, or oh my god. I put it out there to be broken. The more time goes, the more I'm ready to put designs out there that are flawed and breakable, and have people tell me why they are broken and have people fix them potentially. So I think it's really aesthetically pleasing to me, basically, is the point. Also, I have an idea for what we could do next. So why don't we? Boom. So I don't know the aspect, the form it's gonna take, but my base idea is we would do something like this. So we'll try and do something similar in Grixis. Grixis will give us, I'm gonna spoil it to you right now. I think so. If we want to push a design, it's gonna do artifact because of red, instant sorceries because of blue, and or maybe I don't know. Depends if we want to put three things, because the blue aspect is the copy aspect supposedly. So in the band colors we had copy target creature because of blue, land because of green, enchant because of white. But blue being, you know, blue copies, but blue doesn't equal creature. So it was maybe a little flow in the pattern. And I think it's a little bit more obvious here. But so what you could do is it's gonna be pretty delicate actually. So what I wanted to do is copy a creature for blue, copy a creature from a graveyard for black, and copy an artifact for red. And I'm lying. What I originally wanted to do is copy an instant and sorcery that's on the stack potentially. Oh, I know. How about it's hard. I don't know how to template it. I was gonna say, how about we do everything from the graveyard? How about we do instant sorceries, artifacts, or creature, all from the graveyard? The problem with that is that there is not that many ways to copy an instant sorcery. There is there is give it flashback, and there is copy it for the main ones. Copy it usually is when copy it is when it's on the stack. So the only one way I can see it is doing something like this. Actually kind of hard. I wanted to add a model to, but it's a model as enters the battlefield, which is kind of weird. So yeah, it's pretty tricky. Can you do something like this? As what's his face enters the battlefield. What am I reading? Wow, battle. I am completely dyslexic up to my nose right now. What is going on? I don't even. Oh, field. Yeah, totally dyslexic. Oh my god. Enter the battlefield. Choose up to 1, maybe, and then we do and it's definitely, I thought one of those was transforming into a, I can't remember how to make model for the life of me. Copy. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's because it doesn't target, so you need to not force the player to do it, but I'm not certain. So no, I didn't want to lose the whole text. So so enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature or artifact. Fact in a graveyard. Well, we can check if that's exactly how it's spelled out usually. Carry on enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature or artifact in a graveyard. And then I would do, and that's just, this one is just gonna target. Like, I don't think I can do yeah, which is kind of awkward, because the idea, I think, is that the copy effects don't target the way the Snapcaster does. Actually, what's the wording on Snapcaster exactly? I think it's a target, right? But I thought Snapcaster can be countered, right? I mean, so when an attempt to get instant sorcery in your graveyard gets flashback until end of turn, flashback cost equals and mana cost. Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot that. You can also not. We need to not pay for it. So, aha, Steam. So, what's the name of Jace? Jace Prodigy. So Jace Prodigy gives you a free spell. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that card would be in your instead. Wait a second. You may cast target instant sorcery from your graveyard this turn. Oh, this one doesn't say without. Huh. Can we even tolerate to have a free boys? Let's see. A free spell from the yard for 4 anyways? It's not quite perfect, is it? Craps. And I just can't tolerate to have this be a 4 mana give something flashback. That doesn't make any sense. So wait a second, I need to go back to Prodigy. I thought he was doing something different. You may cast target instant sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that card will be put into a graveyard this turn, exile instead. So I think the idea is that it is actually like Snapcaster, except it doesn't give flashback, and that perhaps changes a couple things. I thought it was much more different. I'm confused. I obviously don't know Jace very well. Sorry, Jace. So back to our card. What to do? How many permanents is there that we haven't considered? We are copying creatures, we're copying artifacts. Copying an instance somehow from the yard would be perfect. I just don't think we can get away with it for 4 mana. Is the problem. I mean, we can't, right? 4 mana for something that might be ridiculous is... I mean, 4 mana for just, hey, look, I can copy a creature or an artifact, and I can also be a cryptic command. I mean, granted that this doesn't have instant speed as it is, but there's probably other ones that we definitely don't want to be copied for 4. Yeah, that's a bummer. One thing I could see is attempt to make this cost 3 and only give flashback. That would make it so that it's an expensive sorcery speed snapcaster, but it can also copy a creature or an artifact from a yard. And let's be honest, there is a fair chance that copying a creature or an artifact from a yard is extremely powerful as it is. In fact, it basically is, because it's a reanimator spell. More or less. Even more than less. And actually 3 and 3 color, I don't know if that's enough. So maybe we can say the sorcery, the flashback, excuse me, over here is completely overcosted, but that's just the like cherry on top of a crazy spell. I still don't love it though. I still don't love it. Or yeah, what do you? Oh yeah, that exists. That does exist. Look. How about Dwellers of the Dark Goblins over here? Enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant sorcery speed with commander mana cost 3 or less from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. So just tiny problem. It's gonna be a wall of text. Oh boy, yeah, it's pretty bad. You may cast target instant sorcery speed from commander, I don't know, 4. Cool. Now, can we make this so that the name... We gained a line, didn't we? I think we gained a line. Slightly better? A little bit better? Tiny little bit better? It probably won't be called Bob, but I think it's pretty nifty. You make us target for less from your developing sweat costs. Blah 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 blah. Alright. Possibly too good, but again, balance this. Make this a great card. I think it's pretty exciting to be... this card does a couple of different things, right? It allows you to either get a copy of an instant or sorcery or a creature or an artifact, which is pretty sweet. And it also plays a lot with the yard, which I feel could be a good thing. Like, instead of reanimating things, potentially copy things that are in the yard. I feel like there is some cards that do something like this. Let's see. Copy graveyard. Is that enough? Creature. Copy graveyard creature. Exile, put a token. So this Back from the Brink does basically this. Costs 6. Don't you worry about this little detail over here. I don't see... Well, I guess I do see why, because it's a reanimator spell. I don't know why it would be a huge deal though. This also costs 6. Alright, you're scaring me now. Listen, there's reanimator spells that cost 2 or 1. So is it really that big a deal that I copy a creature from a yard for 4 only? I don't know. Probably is, but I'm going to pretend it's not, because we're not here to balance the card, or at least I'm not. You let me know. Tell you what, you let me know, okay? You'll tell me exactly how much this should cost and how stupid I was to attempt to even dare think I could allow this card to exist. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it for today. We created a bent copy land, which is probably impossible or shouldn't be done, and we created Bob, who can both reanimate or copy creatures and artifacts from yards and copy or flashback 4 mana cost instant sorceries for 4, which might also break magic, what do I know? I've only been doing this for years. I'm probably still wrong, but I'm not wrong because I'm saying I don't know. There you go. If you want to never be wrong, just say you don't know. We made it. We made it through. This is one more episode. This is episode 169. Brought to you by yours truly on Responsible Gaming. I'm gonna be posting as per usual all of those cards once they have nice illustrations onto the internets. You can see the video on YouTube very soon, and I will post on the blog, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, and on the Reddits. If you don't know yet, on Reddit, this is the subreddit Custom Magic, and it's a great custom Reddit. Gonna get some well-deserved rest, I tell you that. So, see you next week for 170. And also see you next week. Okay? So have a great one. Play responsibly.